Guys, so today I just want to make a video showcasing my top favorite smartphones for 2012 over here. And obviously I can only talk about the phones that I own. I mean, I know there's so many Galaxy S2 variants in the States and everything. You have your Motorola phones and everything. And I mean, I haven't picked up a Motorola phone yet, so I can't go ahead and decide right now. But if we go ahead and pick in different kinds of form factors, if you talk about screen size, I thought that this video would be kind of more interesting if I was talking about different form factors. If I want a small screen, which is my favorite phone, if I want a 4.3-inch screen, which is my favorite phone, and etc. So I have 4 phones over here. And if you start up, if I would pick a small phone, then it would definitely be this 3.5-inch Apple iPhone 4S. I would definitely go ahead and go with this one. It's actually like kind of very hard to find like very small screens on phones at the moment, even with like running Android that is coming with some good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Apple's iPhone 4S over here. If I would go with like a 3.5-inch display, it would definitely be the Apple iPhone 4S. But now you all do know that I like the big stuff, okay? I'm so horny in the screen. If you talk about 4.3-inch, a little bit bigger than 4-inch, I would have went with the HTC's new one phone, the HTC One S. That is HTC One X, a little smaller brother, coming there with not a NVIDIA Tegra 3 quad-core processor, but it's coming with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon S4, which in some benchmarking tests outperforms NVIDIA Tegra 3, which is running on quad-core goodness. If you go ahead and stack it up here, we have the Galaxy S2, which is like exactly the same kind of screen size. Why didn't I go with the Galaxy S2? Well, as you may recall, I had some problems with the HTC One X, the frame rate issues and everything with the camera. Luckily, I didn't get those problems on the HTC One S. Also, that you get a so much better processor in the HTC One S. And also that it feels like a very robust build. I can throw it around a little bit. It has this kind of rubberized material, so I mean it doesn't feel like it's gonna break if I do a little bit like this. It's an awesome phone, you know. And a little bit, it feels better to throw around a little bit more than the Galaxy S2. And I mean that the camera is better, and it just feels like a very good phone at the moment in the 4.3-inch form factor. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one as my secondary phone over there. If I would have picked a 4.3-inch device. Now, if you go up a little bit, this is kind of interesting. Go up around 4.6-inch, 4.7-inch. Would I go with HTC's new HTC One X over here? Or would I go with another phone? I would actually go with the Samsung phone. Okay, this is the first Samsung phone I picked right now, and it is the Galaxy Nexus. So it's a little bit smaller, 4.6-inch. This one is also rocking a much better processor. But also what I love about the Galaxy Nexus is that it comes with like this like 1080p front-facing camera. Don't think the One X is coming with that, and also that it doesn't have those like frame rate issues, and also that it feels. This is one very important thing for me. The build quality doesn't feel. This one obviously feels more exclusive, but this one feels. It feels very good to hold because it's more rounded off. It doesn't point out and doesn't have these kinds of hard edges that I get on the HTC One X. This one is a little bit like pointing out, like hard, and also that the start button is on the top here, but it's on the wrong side. So if you have your hand like this, it's kind of hard to reach. Okay, because you need to take up your hand a little bit, and it's a very big phone, so it feels a little bit awkward. It would be much better if they picked that on the side, the start button, but then they would have need to pick the home or the volume up and down on this side, and here they have this one. They would probably have been better if they picked this one on the bottom of the phone, yeah. So they could have done that. That would be so much better. But it feels a little bit better also with this little bump here, and also that you're getting the real like Google experience. I saw that new for the GSM Galaxy Nexus we have the new Android 4.0 4.0.4, and I know you can root it and everything, but the feeling that you're always going to get the latest and everything. And I've also been using this device for a whole day, and it was kind of nice. One thing that I may want to complain a little bit about is the battery. But then we have this awesome thing that you can just buy another battery, and then you can just go ahead and take off the back and, you know, use another battery. You just buy a second battery and charge them both, and then when you're running out of battery, you can go ahead and just replace that. That's not a thing that we can do with the HTC One X, just because it is a whole like unibody or whatever you know are calling it nowadays. Oh my god, this is very hard to do in front of a camera. Okay, let's see. Can we put this on? Okay, and this one feels a little bit more plastic, but I just love how much more rounded off and good it feels in your hand there with that slight little bump. Okay, so that's the third phone that I picked here. Then we have the phone that I'm currently using a lot, and the only reason right now why I'm using the Galaxy Note right now is because it is the biggest phone you can get at the moment, and I actually don't know any new phone that's this big and has this like very awesome performance. I know that the new LG Optimus View is coming out with the 5-inch display, but the bad thing about that one is that it's a little bit wider and a little bit smaller like this. I'm not sure, it makes a very odd shape, because when you're holding it like this you want it to be as like thin as possible, but not too thin. But this is like if it would be like wider, it would be like harder to hold. And I might just pick up that LG Optimus View. I saw an article about it yesterday that it's coming out, but then we also have that thing that one is 5-inch. Okay, this one is 5.3-inch. So I would love to have it a little bit bigger, and you know, I want the new big phone. I mean, I think many people that's tried out the Galaxy Note have a very hard time to go back to something that's smaller. And I also saw one thing on YouTube that's very interesting, that people saying that no one's interested in the Galaxy Note. Well, the introduction video that Samsung did about the Galaxy Note, it has reached 12 million views. I mean, on YouTube. Even Apple's most popular video about the Siri on the iPhone 4S, it had like 6 to 8 million views, and the Galaxy Note has reached 12 million views. So obviously there's a lot of people that's interested in big smartphones, and I want to see more big smartphones in the future. I definitely want to see more big smartphones and stuff. And I saw that there's really an amazing ROM out right now that's been out for like a month for the Galaxy Note. That is really like the pure like Android AOSP project, Android 4.0 ICS, the stock, and it's just an amazing ROM which has been getting on the XDA developer thread like 600,000 views in just a month. The only bad thing why I'm not trying it out right now is because it doesn't have like support for the S Pen, and you may I mean, I'm really addicted to an S Pen when I use it sometimes. I can't live without my S Pen. And that's the thing that I really wanna have. One complaint about this device is I want to have a better battery, but I'm pretty sure I can fix that with a new ROM, or you just go ahead and reinstall it. But the battery right now for me is only around 7 hours at the full charge. But then I should also say that I have a ton of things on this phone. I have like 3,000 to 4,000 pictures, and I've been using this phone for around 7 months. And I assume that smartphones become after a while like computers, that you need to go ahead and reinstall Windows 7. You should do that. Like I think like even Microsoft is recommended you should do that once every year or so. So I suppose that phones are also kind of like work the same, that you should do that a lot. And especially when you have that as many pictures. I mean, 3,000 to 4,000 pictures is what I got like on this Galaxy Note right now. So you can definitely start to feel it a little bit that I might go ahead and like try to remove it. But yeah, this is my top phones at the moment. We have the new LG Optimus 4X coming up here. Hopefully I can get access to that one in May. I would also love to get the LG Optimus View and just try that one out. but we will see. I don't even know when that one's going to be out. And obviously we have the Samsung Galaxy S3, which is going to be very interesting when I'm going to go ahead and probably compare it against the LG or I mean the HTC One X to see which one do I like the most, and the Ultra Optimus 4X, of course. I think this one's going to be much nicer than the 4X, but then I think the Galaxy S3 is going to beat this one. But yeah, we will definitely see about that, but this is my top phones at the moment. If we talk about different form factors and what would I use, now you know. Yeah, the iPhone 4S, the HTC One S, the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, pure Google experience from the beginning, it's amazing, and the Samsung Galaxy Note. Have a good day.